Hello everybody, my name is Maggie Coco and my partner is Jennifer Maselli. We will be speaking about George Herbert Mead and his theory on self-development. What makes you who you are? How are you so different from other people? How are you the same? Do you like to sing, play sports, do math? Are you good at relationships or better at being on your own? And how do you interact with the world around you? Psychologist George Herbert Mead was interested in these questions. He studied self-development, or the way that people's perceptions of themselves change. Specifically, Mead wanted to know how children and infants interacted with the world around them and what stages they went through to develop a unique, autonomous self. Let's look closer at two elements of Mead's theory of the development of the self, the I and the me, and the stages of self. Life and influence. George Herbert Mead is a major figure in the history of American philosophy, one of the founders of pragmatism. Mead has exercised a significant influence in 20th century social theory among both philosophers and social scientists. In particular, Mead's theory of the emergence of mind and self out of the social process of significant communication has become the foundation of the school of social psychology. Theory of the social self. Mead's theory of the social self is based on the perspective that the self emerges from social interactions, such as observing and interacting with others, responding to others' opinion about oneself, and internalizing external opinions and internal feelings about oneself. The social aspect of self is an important distinction because other sociologists and psychologists of Mead's time felt that the self was based on biological factors and inherited traits. According to Mead, the self is not there from birth, but it is developed over time from social experiences and activities. According to Mead, three activities develop the self. Language develops self by allowing individuals to respond to each other through symbols, gestures, words, and sounds. Language conveys others' attitudes and opinions toward a subject or the person. Emotions such as anger, happiness, and confusion are conveyed through language. Here is a video example of Jennifer's youngest son, Benjamin, demonstrating language.
What's that, Benji? What is that? Is it an airplane?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where does the airplane go? Right, up in the sky. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where's the hippopotamus? Oh, very good. The first activity that Mead identifies in developing the self is language, which is illustrated in the following video. This 19-month-old boy named Benjamin uses sounds and gestures to communicate with his mother. He understands the questions being asked and is able to connect a memory to one of the objects, the dolphin.
Play develops self by allowing individuals to take on different roles, pretend, and express expectation of others. Play develops one's self-consciousness through role-playing. During role-playing, a person is able to internalize the perspective of others and develop an understanding of how others feel about themselves and others in a variety of social situations. Here's a video example of Jennifer's eldest son, Sebastian, demonstrating play.
And I will protect you from those monsters! And
What are you going to use?
I'm going to use my shield and sword.
Show us what a knight does.
I said now let's stop.
Sorry, go.
And like that. And as you can see here, I have the power of people. It's hold on to my...
Mead identifies play as another activity which can develop the self. 4-year-old Sebastian pretends to be a knight named Sir Clay and promises to protect the citizens from monsters. Despite feeling a little self-conscious, he's empowered by the role he has taken on. He understands his mother's role as silent observer and reminds her that she shouldn't be talking in the video.
Games. Games develop self by allowing individuals to understand and adhere to the rules of the activity. Self is developed by understanding that there are rules in which one must abide by in order to win the game or be successful at an activity. Here's another video example of Sebastian demonstrating games.
Is to know which color block to push out. And if we don't push out the right block, if it falls, we lose. So there's only one of me, so it's okay. We don't have to lose. And if we lose, we're out of the game. So there's only one of me, so
I can play with you. I'll play with you.
But Mom, it's only for kids.
Okay, roll the dice.
Okay, no, I don't know. Yellow. Oh, I'm...
Good job. Okay, can you roll the dice for me?
Yep. Oops. It's okay, it's okay.
Quickly, Peanut.
Yeah.
Just tell me what color is there.
Yellow again.
Okay, so I'm gonna move a yellow. Can you catch it on the other side for me? All right.
Shoot.
The last activity Mead identifies in the development of self is play. Sebastian explains to us the rules of a tower building game. It's very apparent that he understands the concepts of winning and losing. He also reminds the other player of what behavior is expected during the game when she strays away from the established rules.
According to Mead's theory, the self has two sides or phases, me and I. The me is considered the socialized aspect of the individual. The me represents learned behaviors, attitudes, and expectations of others and of society. This is sometimes referred to as the generalized other. The me is considered a phase of the self that is in the past. The me has been developed by the knowledge of society and social interactions that the individual has gained. The I, therefore, can be considered the present, the future phase of the self. The I represents the individual's identity based on response to the me. The I says, society says I should behave and socially interact one way, and I think I should act the same, or perhaps different, and that notion becomes self. The me and the I have a didactic relationship, like a system of checks and balances. The me exercises societal control over oneself. The me is what prevents someone from breaking the rules or boundaries of societal expectations. The I allows the individual to still express creativity and individualism and understand when to possibly bend and stretch the rules that govern social interactions. The I and the me make up the self.